just wanted to give my brief thoughts on the Crystal Lake teaser. You know, Pam Voorhees is the original killer in Friday the 13th, and not Jason. Jason did not become the killer until Friday the 13th Part 2. They didn't even plan for Jason to be the killer when they made the movie. When they made Friday the 13th, it was literally just a poster. They didn't even have a script for it yet when Sean Cunningham came up with the idea. They created it as they went along and added to it. Jason didn't get the mask until Part 3. So Pam Voorhees definitely deserves her own show. I had this idea a number of years ago, to make a young, hot Pam Voorhees. Like, I figured that would be dope. So I'm not surprised they finally landed on that idea. Linda Cardellini, for one, she's a baddie. For two, she's good in these kind of stories. I was watching that show, No Good Deed, that she was in. She's already iconic in genre horror as Velma. So from the teaser, I think there wasn't anything I didn't like. You can't really tell much from that little clip. Peacock originals aren't necessarily known for being incredible. However, I'm glad it's not ending up on shit flicks. A24, their recent string of movies have been pretty whack to me overall. However, we know they're capable of putting out hits. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's going to be bad just because it's A24 and Peacock. Honestly, I think those are actually two pretty powerful platforms to ensure that this actually gets made properly and is good. I just heard from an update on YouTube that the creator, he was obsessed over the Friday the 13th novels and used to read the fuck out of those. So that's encouraging to me that a fan who read the novelizations of Friday the 13th, which I haven't been able to get my hands on, is at the helm of this, because that tells me this is someone who's immensely invested in the lore and mythology of Friday the 13th. So, I mean, I love Friday the 13th. I have the Camp Crystal Lake sign on my wall. Evil Dead is pretty much my favorite franchise in horror, but also Friday the 13th. I also love Friday the 13th. It's just hard to really be a Friday the 13th fan so much these days because we get so little of the franchise. I mean, we haven't had a movie since 2009. Which, yes, that was my first slasher movie in theaters, but we haven't got a Friday the 13th movie in 17 years. They put out that little short film and then deleted it and then brought it back. And it's like they, came out with the Jason Universe thing, and this is the first thing we're actually getting. So I'm being measured in my hype for it because I don't want to be greatly disappointed if it sucks. But so far from the teaser, it looks solid. I would say there's nothing about it that looks like it's not going to be good. So hopefully it's great is what I'm hoping for.